Well, we all know donating to organizations in need really improves the quality of life for everyone in the community. And local schools making sure the next generation really understands the importance of giving back. And here to talk about this new initiative, the Green School's inaugural philanthropy project, Meg George, and a student at the school, Lily Niskern, a 10th grader there. Thank you both for being with us. I really appreciate it. Meg, we're going to start with you. Talk a little bit about what this philanthropy project is, why the Green School thought this was a good idea.
Yeah, so I'm a philanthropy advisor, so it's a big part of my life, and I recently launched a children's book about the joy and power of generosity, and I thought, you know, I want to make this a really meaningful experience, so I decided to donate the first proceeds from the book sales to the school. I worked with the head of school on determining a project that felt like it would be really fulfilling for the students, and so $1,500 from the sale of the book went to the 10th graders for them to decide where they could give the money away in a way that would be really impactful, and also to kind of learn how to find a healthy nonprofit and make an investment in a charity that drives a lot of outcomes. So the idea was born from hoping that the next generations can really learn how to give back.
Well, and I think that that's a really interesting thing is learning, you know, it's one thing to donate money, but knowing how your money is donated, because this is hard-earned money that you do want to take time, and a lot of times during the holidays, to make sure it's going to the right place. So a great lesson. What did you guys decide?
We decided on Bush Wildlife.
Okay.
And the 10th grade class specifically felt like a big pull towards animals and the environment. And so we reached out to Bush Wildlife, and they gave us exactly what they do with this money. So we felt very confident giving our money to them.
What are they planning to do with it? Because I know they have this awesome new sanctuary and this whole new place.
So they recently moved into their new sanctuary, and one of the things they need is to plant trees. So this money will go towards trees on the trail, which is going to help give the animals some shade, give the community shade for when, you know, they're walking on the trail, and just be great.
If people watching, because I think it is an important lesson to students, but there's a lot of adults out there. We were talking just last week, they go to the grocery store and they say, oh, would you like to donate more money to this? And, I mean, everywhere you look, people are looking to try to help organizations. So what is the number one thing you would give even adults out there when it comes to trying to donate money?
My greatest advice is to pool your resources and make one decision on where you're going to give a charitable gift. Because if we do respond to every single opportunity with $1 or $5, it's not as impactful or as meaningful, really, as when you pool your money together and make one gift. So I left that choice up to the 10th graders, whether they wanted to kind of spread the money around to different areas of interest or make one donation so that they could really generate the outcomes they wanted. And I think we can all do that within our families, just like they decided to do it that way at the school.
So is this going to, the hope is this is going to be a project each year?
It is. Regardless of the book sales in the future, I hope that I can stick with this so that every rising class can learn how to be really thoughtful with giving your money away. As crazy as it sounds, it's not always easy to do in a way that can be impactful, and I want to teach people to do that.
And they'll remember that. It'll be something, a class project you definitely remember. Thank you so much. What an awesome organization. My family loves Bush Wildlife. So excited to see those awesome trees out there someday. We have a link to all this information about this project and more on the Green School. That's all on our website on WPBF.com. Thank you both for being here and investing in our community. We appreciate it.